Hi everyone, Kristen here from Success Street. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. We are super excited to get started on our next interview in our series, Success Street Stamp of Approval. So here at Success Street, we offer a variety of services, parent and teen coaching services, as well as a variety of online social emotional classes for children and teens. And during this series, we're just trying to share some great information on products and resources, children's books, that we have given our tried and true stamp of approval on, and we hope that these products and services can be of help to our families. So here with me today is Ben Lancour, author of Henry the Gym Monster, an elementary physical education teacher. So welcome, Ben. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you for having me on. It's good to be here.
Great. So to get started, why don't you just share a little bit about yourself with us?
Sure. So I am married to my wife of 6 years. We have 2 kids together. We currently live in Appleton, Wisconsin, and no one knows where that is. But everyone has heard of Green Bay, Wisconsin, and we're about 30 to 40 minutes south of there, and that's actually the school district that I work in.
Okay.
I've been in education for 10 years. I graduated from the University of Wisconsin-Oshkosh, a small little local university, and taught 2 years of I was a substitute teacher for 2 years after graduating, couldn't find a job, and I went back to get certified in special education, which I did for 5 years at an elementary school here in Appleton. Found my dream job in Green Bay, and this is my 3rd year there, and I love every minute of it.
Oh, that's so great. Awesome. And so tell us, what actually inspired you, which I love the title, what inspired you to create Henry and the Gym Monster?
So a couple years ago on my co-teacher's desk, this is me in Green Bay next to another physical educator. He had on his desk a book called My PE Teacher is a Ninja. And I asked him if I could take a look at it because it was the first book where I have discovered where the setting took place in the gym. I'm like, that's pretty cool concept. And it was just kind of just talking about the awesome little things that kids really are in awe, like when they see their physical education teacher do, about how they have eyes in the back of their head and they see everything and they can do everything. And so I had the idea of combining the setting of being in the gym with tackling different social and emotional skills, or maybe deficits that a lot of kids have based on my experience of working in severe emotional behavioral disabilities programs in Appleton. So I'm like, you know what? I did a little research. There wasn't much out there. And I'm like, I think I'm going to do this. And I felt like I just created like a kind of a mixed genre. And I feel like that's kind of like the cool concept that people kind of get hooked into. And it wasn't until I decided that I wanted to pursue my master's degree that I was actually going to do this project. I told myself, nah, I can't write a book. I can't do this. I have a negative mindset. And through this master's program, they wanted you to come up with a unique project that you had to do and show off to my peers at the end of the program. So I'm like, okay, that's it. I'm going to do this book, and this is going to be my unique project. So that's how Henry and the Gym Monster was born, through dozens of edits and word changes. Here we are. We're getting really, really close to printing the book, so we're very excited.
That's so awesome. I love that. That's a great story. And what do you hope that children will learn from reading your book?
So the main theme was taking responsibility for your actions. I kind of researched who I thought my perfect readers would be, and I think it's pretty obvious that younger elementary education teachers would have kind of been a good fit. And so there's a popular Facebook group called PE Central. That's where a lot of FIED teachers go for the virtual learning and all extra resources and whatnot. And I put out a poll that was asking my peers, like, hey, if I were to write a children's book, what would you want to see written? What social skill or deficit would you want to see written? So actually, I didn't even pick this. I took the one that was the most popular, which was taking responsibility, and that's kind of where it went from there. So granted, taking responsibility is the biggest theme. I think there's a lot of underlying themes that kids and adults could learn from the book. So taking responsibility, thinking for yourself, learning from your mistakes. There's even a little hint about learning about bullies, because Manny the Monster he's got that power and control issue going on himself, where he's trying to kind of take over Henry and really, I don't want to say prevents, but makes it difficult for Henry to think for himself. So thinking for yourself is another one of those themes that I think I want kids to kind of take away from the story. And I think with all these different themes, can have, students, children, adults can have awesome conversations based off of Henry the Gym Monster.
Absolutely. I mean, I think all of those topics that you just mentioned, all of those skills are just so important. And those are the skills that we're always trying to work on, right, in the schools. So, myself being in a K-5 school, I can tell you that those are many of the conversations that we're having. So I think to have a book like this as a tool is really such a great resource for our families and for the students. So where can parents actually purchase a copy of the book if they'd like to get one?
So currently I'm running a Kickstarter, which is a crowdfunding campaign where I'm trying to get pre-order funds to run hardcover books. I was fortunate enough to meet my goal, and now I'm in the process of trying to go above and beyond so that way I can provide better resources with my book. So my Kickstarter ends May 15th. Mm-hmm. Once I receive the funds from Kickstarter, I'm going to put the orders in for hardcover books. And I'm hoping that I'll get those to me by July, and I'll get those shipped out to the people that have backed my project. So if you're interested in pre-ordering, if you go to henryandthegymmonster.com, it will bring up my Kickstarter campaign where you can choose. There's different rewards and pledge options. I just don't want people to get confused with like a GoFundMe, which is like a donation-based platform. This is a pre-order. Like you're buying something from me. And now that I've met my goal, you're guaranteed to get what you paid for because that's my promise to you. We've met the goal. I'm going to get those funds, and then you're going to, if you're interested, you'll get the book. So.
Awesome. Great. Is there anything else that you would like to share with our community at Success Street before we end?
I'm curious to know what people's honest opinions are, about the book. What could I have done better? How can I improve on book number 2 if there is a book number 2?
Yeah, absolutely.
So I'm always looking for constructive criticism.
That's great.
I can't do too much if they say oh, the book's good or it's okay, or it's like I want to know how I can get better so I can produce a better product. So I like that constructive criticism.
Great. That's awesome. That's really awesome. And we really do hope that you move forward with a second book because, this first one sounds great. So, all right. Awesome. Well, we just want to thank you so much for taking the time to share Henry and the Gym Monster with our community at Success Street. We hope you all found this helpful, and you can access more information about Ben and his new book on our Facebook page. So thank you all for joining us tonight. Bye.